Welcome to part 54 of Woe to America, Woe to the Nations, and Woe to Babylon. August the 23rd, 2024 by man's calendar. And as I was saying at the end of the last part, how God had asked me a question as I was driving home, or driving somewhere the other day. Yes, I was coming home from somewhere. I don't remember. But because the conversation is what I remember. And it stuck with me. And the Lord said to me, as He was pointing out some things that I had done, He's good at that. And He said, remember how you complained about this, this, and this? And I said, well, yeah, because that's all they were doing was that, and that. And He said, what was it you wanted to see? What did you want to see while you were stuck in the wheelchair more than anything? And I studied on it for a few seconds. I had plenty of time. I was driving at the speed of dirt. And that's when it hit me. Oh my gosh. He was showing me exactly what I asked to see. Okay. All right, Lord. So I missed that one. He said, okay. Next question. I said, okay, what's the next question, Lord? What does love look like? And I said, what? What are you talking about? I don't know what love. What do you mean? I don't understand how you mean that. But I had said to the Lord, I don't understand, Jesus. What do you mean? And the Lord says to me, okay, why did they ask you not to speed? Why did they ask you to slow down to the speed of dirt, as you call it? And I said, I don't know. Maybe because they're anti-trusting you, anti-fun? I don't know. He said, think about it for a second. So, I mean, I had plenty of time to think about it between the curve and the sign. It felt like 3 days passed what time I was going around that curve. And I was like, I know it really didn't. But, when you're used to Zoom and then you're like, put. I'm now a Sunday driver on a Monday or whatever day it is. And it's just like, wow. Was that a snail that just passed me, Lord? I'm pretty sure. But but anyway, just kidding. I got thinking about it. And then the Lord said to me again, so now tell me, what does love look like? And that's when it hit me what the Lord was trying to show me. Okay, I'm thicker than molasses. It takes it a little while to get through. But at that speed, I had plenty of time to think on it. And it hit me really hard. So I answered the Lord's question. And He said to me again, What does love look like? And I said currently right now a speed limit sign that says 35. That's what love looks like. And I didn't find it as humorous as I had been, because the Lord had just zonked me with that one. And then all I could do was cry. When reality slaps you down, right? Plenty of time for that to happen between home and Sayersville nowadays. It used to take me 10 minutes. It takes me a half hour to get to work and back now. Plenty of time to talk to Jesus. Leaving earlier and all that. Before the moon goes down and the sun comes up in the morning. Before the daylight and before the roosters get off the roost. I love you, Blue Jay. And you can't outmean me, I guess. That's what I should say. You can't outmean me. I think I got you beat. Oh, hell. Anyways, I want you all to really genuinely think about your lives and the people that you have complained to the Lord about. Well, this and don't love me and that and don't love me. And examine what they're asking you to do. Is it something to protect you and your safety? Or is it something that will cause you harm? Why would somebody that hates you want you to be safe? And a friend of mine from work, she had been having some troubles at home. And she was thinking that her husband just didn't love her anymore. And she got mad at him over a shirt. The devil will use the queerest things to make us mad at each other, right? And I thought, well, that's just stupid. When she told me about it. But you know, not to her it wasn't. To her it meant something. But she didn't get it. And I didn't either at the time she told it to me, to be honest. So after the Lord and I had this conversation on my hour-long drive home from town the other day. Yeah, I'm going to keep going on. And yes, the trip is going to get longer as I go along because I'm wanting sympathy here. And anyway, and because I'm a nut, so every time I tell this, the trip's going to get longer and longer. And but anyway, that just snapped in my mind as I was talking to her a little bit. And I asked her the question God had asked me. So now I'm going to ask you, what does love look like? I asked her, and I didn't give her a chance to respond. I said, could it perhaps look like someone wanting to buy you a shirt because they know you want one, even if you can't afford it, just because they know you love those shirts? It was a particular type of shirt. It was something she loved. And I think it helped her to realize that he does love her. You know, love doesn't always have big gestures. And this morning, as I was going to work, traveling at the speed of dirt, the Lord said to me, "What does love look like?" And I said, "A cross on Calvary, Jesus, where you spent the last hours of your life because you loved me enough to take my place so that I wouldn't have to suffer like that, even though I was guilty." And just not quite capable. And not strong enough to do the things that he did. We're just not capable. But I was talking this morning to them at work. The mom had said something. And I don't know, the words just flew right out of my mouth before I could even catch them. They were talking about somebody loving somebody else and how they had left their home and come here to live with their husband, but yet they didn't love their husband because they was in love with someone else. And I was like, what? What kind of ignorance is that? I said, because in my little world, it don't work that way. I was like, do what now? Explain that slowly, because I totally missed something there. And so the woman explained it again, and I was like, that's what I thought you said. And before I could even think, the word just come flying out of my mouth. I said, wow, what if Jesus loved us like that? And she said, what do you mean? I said, well, if it's love, it's eternal like him. Because she said that she loved her husband before, but she got in some trouble and she had to go away for a while. And then when she come back to her husband, they had split up or something. And while she was in trouble and incarcerated, and when she got out, he was gone. So she ended up with this other person, and she ended up in love with this other person. And I was like, no, it don't work like that. If you're in love with somebody, you're in love with them. That's it. Boom. You're in love with them. Love is eternal. If it's real love, it's eternal. It's not going to just fade because somebody moves down the block or moves 3 countries away. Or can God change that love? Yes. So something else, if it's necessary to help us heal. But you have to give him your free will for that to happen. No, I'm not advocating for cheating on spouses. My point is that love is eternal. It doesn't just fade out. Jesus didn't just say, oh, well, that one has decided that it wants to go this way, so I don't love it no more. Truth is, Jesus doesn't even know us if we're in sin. It's not until our heart truly comes to him that he can get to know us. Because until the light comes, we are darkness. And the darkness comprehendeth not the light. The light hath no fellowship with darkness. Jesus cannot fellowship with us if we are darkness. So stop telling people that the Lord loves them, no matter how they are, because if they are of the darkness, no, He doesn't. Stop teaching that lie. But instead teach people to come out of the world and out of Babylon. See you in the next part.